Today we're diving into the dream team, as I like to call it, the group of vendors who help make your wedding exactly what you want it to be. Syrie and I have often talked about how picking vendors is almost like dating and finding your significant other. And share with everybody why you think that.
Because your personalities should match, because you're gonna spend a lot of time with these people. If we don't get along, it's gonna be a long road ahead. It stops being about money, and it is about fit. No matter how beautiful it is, if we're not all having a good time, you're still going to remember that 20 years down the road.
When you're looking at a long list of vendors, it can be a moment for many couples in the planning process where they stop and look at a spreadsheet and go, oh my, how do we break that fog?
So you have to know which questions to ask when you're vetting vendors, their pricing, if they fit your budget, things like that. Asking all the things that vendors in that category should be able to answer you. That information will guarantee you get the most accurate quote from that vendor, so there's no surprises down the road.
I know a tip Syrie always tells me is talk to more than one. I think there's maybe some exceptions in there, but what do you think?
I definitely think it's very healthy to compare personality, timelines, how responsive they are in email. If they don't match your communication style, it's not gonna work. You're gonna be frustrated the entire time. It's very healthy to interview 2 or 3 of each category is what I recommend. And good old lists, pros and cons, always works.
Yeah, and I think it's a good reminder that while you are planning a single day, a single event, don't make your decision solely tunnel vision on the end result, because it is a collaborative process for potentially years leading up to it.
Yeah, absolutely. And be flexible. Know that even when you show someone a photo of what you want, the end result might not be the exact same, and also you don't want it to be. You don't want your event to be a replica of somebody else's. You want it to reflect who you are.
So once you found your vendor, how do you set that relationship up for success? What should couples be bringing to the table?
Your responsibilities are having clear conversation with your vendors, knowing when your payments are due and paying those on time, giving them the tools they need to make your wishes come true. They will work their magic if you let them do their job.
You don't have to do this alone. When you start bringing on your vendors, that is infinite wisdom you're bringing on with them. They have done it so many times, and so you can let their experience help shape your decisions too. It's my favorite question to ask you. Number 1 mistake couples make when booking vendors?
Believing what they see on social media.
That's, I think, good life advice too.
In general, generally speaking, don't just send someone money because they told you that they have your date open. Any reputable vendor is gonna have insurance, number 1, and it's going to be able to produce references for you. And that can just shed so much light into an experience and prevent you from, having a bad experience.
There are so many talented, creative, just brilliant vendors in this market. A lot of them have their own unique personality, style, and vibe, and that's the fun part, I think, of wedding planning, is that you get to go out there and, like the dating pool, find the ones that are right for both of you.
It's really great to see when a match is right, because that photographs, you can see it, you can feel it in the space. It's such a sense of accomplishment.
So now that you've got a lot of the good foundations, you're on your way, you've got your dream team, now we can really get to the fun stuff. The special little details, those little touches that make it very uniquely you two.